Good morning. Welcome in. Good morning, Cairo. How are you, dear? Are you over your jet lag? Feeling better now that you're home? Playing with your cats? Aw, your mom's such a sweetheart. You've already got a plan to go back and visit her? Hey, Tab. Oh, that's wonderful. Hey, Lorma. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Hey, Shawnee. Good morning, guys. Hope everybody's doing well today. Getting ready for that. Well, if you're here in the US, 4th of July tomorrow. So, everybody got plans? Hey, on time, Tarot. How are you, dear? Good morning. Susie, good morning. Independence Day. Yes, exactly. I think we're going to barbecue tomorrow. I'm still going to do recording, so in the morning and then barbecue in the afternoon. But it's hot as Hades over here. I'm not even kidding you. It's like opening the oven door and losing your eyebrows and your eyelashes. It's probably 112 today, maybe 113. Hey, PK, welcome in. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you enjoyed your reading, Susie. Yeah, it is hot. It's hot. Good thing. Good thing. My studio's just a couple steps out the back door. Yeah, it's a separate building from the house, but I got my air conditioner blasting at 71 because I like it cold because I'm old. But yeah, it's hot. It's hot over here, big time. And I want to say I looked it up last night. And as far as I could see, all the way to the 12th, we're going to be at 114, 111, 112, 113. So it's gonna hit us for a couple weeks. Guys, please hit that like button for me on your way in. I'd appreciate it. And we'll get started here in a minute. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Glad everybody is here. I love and appreciate all of you. So let's get started. Well, let's give it another minute or so to get more people here. Well, you know where to find me, my dear Cairo. You know where to find me. Okay. We're going to go ahead and get started. How many tarot decks do I have? Oh my gosh. If you could see it, you would fall over. I have a cabinet that is a giant metal cabinet, and it's probably 7 feet tall by about 4 feet wide, and it is packed. And I would say probably close to 300, 350 decks. I think, when you love doing what you do, I mean, um, to me it's the artwork, and I'm real specific about the tarot decks I like to use, especially when I'm reading on the channel. Now there are other decks that I hate when people rename the cards different things for their own, to me it's almost, it confuses people, because then you're, especially if you have a lot of decks. Now if you work with that deck exclusively, it wouldn't be an issue, right? You would know what those cards were. But when you only use it once in a blue moon and you pull it and you're going, oh, what are they trying to say this is? Because the picture's not giving you any kind of indication. There's nothing. It's just a picture of something. And, I've even gotten a deck that I want to say my son got me for Christmas, and I know he paid over $100 for the deck, and it's not something that I can use because it's just, I mean, the artwork is beautiful, but you can't tell the cards apart. So, I mean, to me, it's almost like you're not helping anybody by doing something crazy like that when when you're designing a deck, because especially for a reader, I want to be able to look at the card and see what I'm looking at, so I can actually read what I'm reading, right, and not get confused in the seeing one card as another card. So um, I don't know. It's just a thing. It's a quirk. Yeah, I love the artwork. I do. I love looking at the different cards, and how they what somebody, I like, when I look at a deck, I like to see where someone's head is. You know what I'm saying? And when they are creating something like this, like this is the star deck, and it is, it's beautiful. I love the color. I love the way they depict this, but you can look at the 6 of Swords and know it's the 6 of Swords. Okay. I mean, you see what I'm saying? There's a big difference than looking at a deck and go, oh, what is this? you know I mean, then you have to think about it. When I'm reading, I don't like to have to try to stop what I'm doing to try to figure out what they're trying to say versus what I'm seeing, right? Curious Creations, I have that one. I want to say, isn't that it? Is this it? Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say yeah. Now I have around me, just around me, that I can grab from, probably, I don't know, probably 100 decks just sitting around me right now. So that I can use, that I can decide, well, which one. But I mean, I do have my favorites, of course. So, okay, let's get into this, guys. Okay, now that we got a few, guys, please hit that like button for me. Okay. Yeah, Light Seer is a good deck. Magical Fantasy. You mean this one? Okay, guys, just to let you guys know, this is on sale. I think it was at 25%, $25, but I think it's at 20% off that. So I think it's like $18.75 right now on Etsy. So get them while you can. It's a good deck. I like it. I created it. Well, I can't say I created it. My son and I created it. Tarot of Magical Moments. I don't know if I've seen that one. Well, thank you, PK. I know quite a few of you have it here. I appreciate it too. Okay, let's get into this. Let's see what's happening. Let's see what's happening for my Cancers. Okay, something is causing you. Oh, okay. Okay, I understand this. I understand this. Hey, Amanda, welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Please hit that like button on the way in, guys. I'd appreciate it. So we can get this going. Tell me about Cancer. Okay. Oh, okay. Wow. We're going down the rabbit hole today, guys. We are going down the rabbit hole. Somebody is afraid of their spiritual awakening. It's like you're getting downloads, you're not quite sure what's happening, you're feeling some kind of way, but I want you to understand, and it's interesting that these two came out. Whatever is hidden is going to be revealed, okay? Whatever's in the dark will come to light. When you get the moon and the sun here, you may be afraid of this spiritual awakening. You may be afraid of dealing with spirit energy, or even the first time I literally heard. Now I had a couple of events, probably I want to say it was around 2000, 2002, 2003. I think the first event was around 2002. I was really angry with my husband at the time because he liked to gamble, and he had taken all the money out of the bank account around Thanksgiving, and I was pissed. And I remember just laying on the couch, sleeping on the couch because I was so mad. And so I was praying, and I said, how many times do I have to forgive him? And I literally heard the Lord tell me, literally said to me, what if I didn't forgive you? And I sat up and I said, good answer. Good answer. So that was like the turning point, because it wasn't that I heard somebody speak to me. It was that I recognized who was speaking to me. Okay. And so I sat up, and it was like an onion unfolding, like he really hears me. That was kind of like that wow moment for me, like the eye-opening wow moment for me. And then it started from there. I realized at that point that the sheep hear my voice, right? Now I didn't know that at the time, but my mom has read the Bible front to back so many times it's ridiculous. And she said, well, when I told her what happened, she said, well, there is scripture about that. My sheep will hear my voice. My sheep will recognize my voice. Right. And so I understand. So after that, I started having clairaudient. I was looking for the visa. And of course, he had, charged money on the visa and hid it, because he used it to gamble. And so I hear, when I'm looking for the visa, this was probably 4 or 5 months later, I hear it's under the mat in his truck, and they said his name. And so I got up and I went out in the garage and I opened up his truck door, and under the mat was the visa. So that's when my clairaudient abilities kicked in. And being you kind of it is an eye-opening experience when you first know, because up until that point I was claircognizant. I know when things were going to happen. I could even looking at my children when they were little. I knew what my children's destinies were, even as small children. And I would even say it, I would even say, like, my youngest, he has to go all the way through school, and by all the way, he's got to get his PhD, which he's almost there. He's working on it right now. And so I knew that when he was 2 years old. So that was in 2000. I knew that. And so that's when all of my abilities started kicking in. So understanding there's a fear that comes with a spiritual awakening, that you kind of just kind of go, wow, this is real, right? Now, I remember being 21 years old, and that had to have been in 1984. And I woke up literally feeling like somebody was watching me. And I opened my eyes, and there was a full body apparition standing over me, looking at me. And I'm looking at her, and she had on like cat eye glasses, and she had a beehive hairdo. And then she just was looking at me, and I was looking at her, and she went backwards into the wall. But I remember how the barometer in the room changed. Like, all the energy or all of the moisture was sucked out of the air. So it was just very, having these experiences, even when you're young. I'm sure I had more when I was younger than that. I mean, I can remember knowing things even as a small child, but knowing that things were happening, being able to feel people's emotions even as a young kid. It's an interesting thing. So this resonates with me. This completely resonates. If you have a fear of something, especially a spiritual awakening, what is hidden from you is going to become clear. You're going to start understanding everything. I don't, some people say there's cold spots. Um, I've literally had a spirit walk through me, literally. And then I was walking down the hallway, and a spirit walked through me. And I felt that energy of it walk through me. And then I touched the thermostat, because I was going to check the thermostat. And the screen went black when I touched it. It was just the weirdest thing I'd ever seen, because it just like it cleared the thing. So the cool spots, I mean, people say that they're there. I don't feel cold energy when I have spirit around. I just feel their energy. Yeah. The funny thing is, Cairo, because I communicate with the other side, I don't fear it. I don't fear death or fear loss, because they're with you. Whoever your loved ones are, we can't see them, but we certainly can communicate with them. Everybody has the ability to communicate with the other side. Everybody does. You have the ability to open your third eye. We all have the ability to be psychic. We all have those, but there are a lot of people that fear it. And because they fear it, they close the door. They close the door on it. They turn their back on it. You were 5 in 1984. I'm turning 61 in a couple weeks, okay? you know, um, It's amazing how, like, I communicate with my sister, I communicate with my twin, I communicate with my grandfather. My grandfather's very dominant. He's very dominant when it comes to, um, it's almost like you don't wanna make grandpa mad. You don't. And I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about somebody messing with me because he don't play. He don't play like that. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Deborah. You know, she'll be if she's not around you right now, she will be very soon. You know, for me, I think when they pass, there's a time frame where they have to go and I call it defragging, where they have to relive their life that they led here because everything that we do here is a lesson. Everything we do is a lesson. Everything happens for a reason. There's no such thing as coincidence, you know. And sometimes when your loved ones pass, they're passing so that they can help you on the other side. I know that, like, my sister was 50 when she passed, and she had to be on the other side when I went through this twin flame journey because she's the one like, she's my rock. She was my rock here and she is my rock there. I mean, no ifs, ands, or buts about that. So, but she is connected to me and I know where she's at. I know, you know, I can communicate with her. But the problem is that we still have when you first lose somebody, it's deep. It's very deep. It's very painful. Everybody has to deal with it in their own way. But you will, if you are on a spiritual journey, you will see that you can connect to this person very easily. You know, she can leave you signs and synchronicities to help you to understand that she's present. Like I had my sister's thing was hummingbirds, and I had a hummingbird literally fly and come right to me. It was like within 2 feet of me, and was looking me in my eye, just flapping its wings right in front of me for probably about 2 minutes before it flew off. So, I mean, and I had one of my friends, her notes to me were dragonflies. So every time I would come to a stop sign or a stoplight, there's dragonflies buzzing all around my car, which that's not common in the middle of the city. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it just I know when they're there, and then one's butterflies. So, you know, I get big butterflies flying around me. So they're always showing me that they're present. You just got to look for the signs. That's exactly it. We are all the same. Nobody has superpowers over somebody else. We all have the ability to do the same thing. We're here to learn certain things. We're here to teach certain things. That's what we're meant to do. Yeah, yeah. So you know, it's yeah. I don't feel like death is anything we need to fear. I feel like, you know, the harder thing is to be born. You know that that's more traumatic to the soul, is being born than actually dying. Dying is 1 minute, 1 second you're here, and 1 second you're there. Yeah. No, you know, it's sensitive to that kind of thing. You know, I'm more sensitive to hearing about a child or a mother or a father, a young person, versus an older person. When an older person dies, especially if they're over 75, 80 years old, they've lived their life, they've had a long life, and they're probably tired and want to go home. You know what I'm saying? They've stayed at the party way too long as far as they're concerned, and they just want to go, right? And so it's just a matter of, you know, um, they left their mark, they left their legacy, and it was time for them to move forward. Now, guys, the thing about death is, more than anything, before we even get into this, but it kind of pertains to this, you know, you're here to learn lessons, and you're here many times. many times. I know the Bible says to be absent of the body is to be present with the Lord. Well, that's true, because if you're not here, you're there. That's all that's really saying, right? But you're here multiple times. You're here to learn lessons. That's how your soul evolves, right? And so, whatever you need to do or you sign up for, now you have a choice whether or not you want to be here or there. You can choose. You can choose to stay in the light, or you can choose um, to be here and learn a lesson. Let your soul evolve, right? So, I mean, it's up to you. To me, I look at it as, I'm on, like, really, if we look at it the right way, we're meant to be there in the light. We're meant to be over there. We're here, we're like on vacation, because time is irrelevant over there. So when we come here, it's almost like we're only here for minutes before we're back over there again. Even if you're here 100 years, there's no time over there. So when you're over here, you're just, it's like you're going on vacation. You're coming to do a job, or you're out of town doing a job, whatever the case may be. And then you're back with your loved ones, because everybody that you end up in a lifetime with, you've been in lifetimes with before. You go in the same circles. Everybody that you come in contact in this lifetime, you've come in contact in a previous life, in one way or another. So, okay, so let's get into this, guys. Well, no, I don't like this vacation sometimes myself, Cairo. But it's been a tough lesson. But I'm telling you right now, I have paid some karma. I have paid some past life karma for somebody. Even if it was I broke a generational curse, I paid some karma for somebody in this lifetime, because this lifetime has but I also see that it turned into blessings, because of my experience I can help other people. So when I find the beauty in that, I got beauty for my ashes. Because I went through this, I can help other people go through it. So there is a blessing coming through it. Hey, Tansy, welcome in, dear. Okay, let's see what the message is. So you're having some kind of fear. Oh, okay. I feel like you're in this mindset of cutting out whatever. Okay, sleepless nights. You're getting downloads. You might be getting visitation. You might be getting spirit visitation. You might be dealing with something, but it's causing you sleepless nights, anxiety, right? You want to cut this out. You're just like, I just need a good night's sleep. I just need a good night's sleep. You are coming in as a Queen of Pentacles. Very solid, stable, dependable energy. Oh, okay. Now, first of all, you might be hearing spirit communication, because your wish fulfillment is to block. You're obsessed with blocking some kind of communication. You might be hearing voices. You might be hearing them in your head. You might be hearing them next to you. Now, it's like, you're going through it. Whoever this is, you're going through it. It's causing you a tower. Now, I have to say, been there, done that. I got the t-shirt here. Okay. So when I say that, I literally get hit at night by spirit energy, literally physically hit. And to where if I'm falling asleep or I'm asleep, it will literally hit me and try to wake me up. Um, oh, goodness. Wow. Deborah, that's crazy. I have a story about that, something like that. So let me finish this real quick and I'll tell you guys. I feel like you're getting, you're hearing yelling or screaming in your ear, or you're hearing something trying to wake you up. There could be that you have spirits trying to communicate with you in some way, but you're thinking that they may be, you may feel like they're demonic. You may feel like they're demonic. You may feel like this is a negative energy. You want to block communication because it's causing you a tower moment. Now, guys, when you feel that kind of energy, ground center shield your energy. Surround yourself with light. Run the light from your solar plexus to the top of your head, out the top of your head, down through your feet to the center of the earth, and then out your arms, creating a cross of light, which is Christ within me, right? You're creating that light of Christ in you, and then surround that with a ball of light. Okay, first of all, you need to make sure you're standing in that ball of light. Then you need to ask your guides, guardians, ancestors, and angels of the highest vibration to assist you at this time. So ask them to come and remove any and all energies that no longer serve your highest and best self, and to release you from any bondage or anything that's around you that does not need to be there. You can ask that that stuff be removed. Now, if it's there to teach you a lesson, or it's meant to teach you a lesson, it's not going anywhere, guys. You're going to have to figure it out. And by figuring it out, you can always ask your guides to assist you with that as well. So I feel like for you, tell me about. It's almost like you're taking your power back. You're standing in your power because you're the queen of pentacles, but you're manifesting being the queen of swords. Like you're bringing in your strength. You're bringing in, the queen of swords can cut people out. I mean, she has no problem cutting people out. And I feel like you're manifesting that, right? It's almost like that energy. It's almost like it's energy coming to you. This is almost you like standing in that light. You got this radiant, this wand, the ace of wands being, you're passionate about something, but this is also about ideas and different things that you're manifesting. It's almost like power for you. Now, I feel like you are telling them to move on, passionately commuting. You're telling whatever is in your energy at this time, you're passionately saying to move on. Now, when you're smudging or saging your house, or whatever you may be doing with Palo Santo, or incense, or whatever you use, because it's good to use multiple things, right? Um, you have to be adamant, and you're being adamant with this, right? You're being adamant by telling them to leave you alone, to move on. You're taking your power back, and you're telling them to get out of your space, right? Um, I feel like the person that is around you could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Now, I want you to understand this person is not what you think they are. This may be somebody in your energy, like a loved one, that's trying to get your attention, that's trying to show you their presence, or to show you they're there, right? There is an opportunity here. Empress energy. See, it's like this is a blessing coming to you. There's an opportunity. There's the dove, right? The white dove coming towards you, Empress energy. This person wants you to know they're present. They want you to know that that's them. Now, if they're not giving you the synchronicities and the signs that you need to see in order for you to understand that, that's a different story. You need to tell them to either give you their name, Now, this is going to be an awakening for you that you're going to figure this out. Sorry about that. I had to turn around for a second. You may be becoming clairaudient. So maybe your third eye is opening and you're starting to hear things. You're starting to sense things. Now, with this awakening that you're having, there's something that you need to be doing. I feel like you're there, but you're not there. Get some peppermint oil and dab some between your eyebrows and at your temples. That'll help open your third eye, so you can experience more, understand more clearly what the message is that they're trying to give you. Oh, thank you. So you're resisting this and you're trying to leave whatever this is out in the cold. Cancer, you don't want to deal with this awakening. It's like you're refusing to see what's happening, like literally resisting and leaving out in the cold the situation, right? You don't want to deal with it. You're back and forth about the harsh truth in this situation. What is real and what is not real. So for you, you're trying to decide, who you're talking to, why you're hearing them, all of that. You're trying to figure out what's happening. Now it's a tough road to hoe. I'm telling you right now, it's a tough road to hoe. When you wake up having a spiritual awakening and you're starting to see things and hear things, and you get one of those WTF moments. Okay, it's a WTF moment that you are just like, will sit up and go, wow. It's like an onion opening up, all of the layers just starting to fall apart, right? You're starting to understand what the hell's happening to you. Now, I feel like this is a fear here. Okay. I feel like telling you. So, Cancer, you're at a crossroads about talking about this or putting this information out there. You're afraid people are going to think you're nuts. You're afraid that they're going to think you're nuts. This is a risk to you, and you're at a crossroads about what's hidden, right, on social media, putting it out there. You're afraid to put this out there because you're afraid people are going to think you're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, right? Now, every one of you that are in the room here, you're having you having a spiritual awakening. You wouldn't be here dabbling in the in tarot if you weren't, right? Tarot is not, to me it really gives you clarity. It's about getting clarity. Some people go, "Oh, you can't read tarot. That's a sin." This is a divination tool. This is how I connect to spirit. Now, it's just one way I connect to spirit. I connect to spirit in many ways. I channel. I can use my pendulum. I can use my dowsing rods. I can, I don't need any of it. I can just actually talk to them and they talk back to me. Okay. They do. They talk back to me. They give me the answers I need. Now, I feel like you're new to this and this is scaring you and you're afraid to talk about it because you don't want people to think you're crazy. First of all, stop worrying about what other people think. Their opinions are none of your business. You know what I'm saying? If you look at it like that, what other people think, what the irony is, we're so worried sometimes about what other people think, but we probably think worse of them than they think of us. So, you gotta just not be afraid of this. You've got to be able to take that leap. You're in that Queen of Swords mode, taking that leap. But I feel like what's holding you back is this. With that 5 of Cups energy and the devil, like obsessed with remorse, obsessed with guilt, obsessed with feeling some kind of shame or whatever the case may be. You think that if you put it out there, you're going to be regretting it. You're going to be obsessed with regret. You're going to go, oh my God, it's going to bite me in the ass. So I'm at a crossroads here. You know, you want to know what other people think, because here's the thing: if you put it out there, you're going to get responses from people who are going, oh my gosh, I had that same experience. you know um when it comes to dealing with things like this, we all go through similar, it's all similar, guys. That's how we can come together and go, oh yeah. Because I feel like you've had a bad experience putting this out there, where in the past there was a lot of drama with that Five of Wands energy, and you had to rebuild. It's like you had to wait to rebuild. Somebody may have said something, or, guys, there's going to be haters out there. There are going to be haters. And, that says more about them than it does about you. Okay. Let them hate. That's them. That's their problem. It's not your problem. It's their problem. Granted, they want you to feel their problem or their pain or whatever the case may be. But, only hurt people try to hurt people. So when somebody's mean and nasty on the internet, it's because somebody's being mean and nasty to them. They're just reflecting the energy that they're receiving. So, for you, put it out there. I say put it out there, because at the end of the day, you may connect to somebody who says, oh, well, I did this. This happened to me too, and I did this, and that helped me. Because if you're looking for help, you're going to receive it, right? Yeah, you might hear a couple of people in their nonsense, but who cares? Who cares? And it's taken me a long time to say that. I'm telling you, because, you hear, I put out free readings on my channel, and you get people saying just nasty stuff. And it's like, this is a free reading. It's not a personal reading. If it doesn't resonate, scroll on. There's 7 billion other tarot readers on YouTube. Find one that you like. Someone who's going to, tell you, spin you some unicorns and rainbows and shove them right up your backside, right? Somebody only wants to hear the positive. Well, life isn't always positive. Have you seen the economy we're in? And you see the dating pool we're in? How is that positive? People right now are assholes. I mean, they really are. And so when you're looking to have, somebody just give you, the unicorns and rainbows versus what the lesson might be in life, they're not serving you. They're not serving you by blowing fluff up your backside. They're not. You're going to learn lessons in the dark, not in the light. They do need something to do with their life. They do need, life is, yes, it's not perfect. It's full of lessons. And, here's the thing. If you're going to learn the lessons, don't be bitter. Don't be angry. Accept the lessons that you're learning and move forward with your life, right? Because if it's a lesson for you, you may be helpful to somebody else in their life. So, at the end of the day, don't be afraid to put out there something. If you're going through a spiritual awakening and you're feeling some kind of way, you're feeling like if you put it out there, you're going to regret it. You will. You feel like you're going to regret it. But I almost feel it's going to cause you some healing. You're going to get healing out of this more than anything. Right? Where somebody was really a narcissist, or came at you sideways wanting to win, because that's what keyboard warriors do, that they're in the Five of Swords mode for sure. um you know Cover it with love. Look at this. They're telling you can heal the 5 of Swords with love. You can. Love conquers all, guys. When you don't respond to them in a negative way, and you just, you can respond in a positive way. It almost puts the fire out. It takes the fire right out that ass. You know what I'm saying? It really does. You got to cover it with love, and this will be defeated. That will be no more. It will be upside down. So no, those swords will be laid down. I promise you they will be. And that's what it's kind of telling you. Understand that everything happens for a reason. And this is whatever was hidden here is going to transform some things for you. That's been a long time coming. Like they're saying this, it's whatever's hidden is going to transform whatever betrayals that you've been through. Whatever you've been through, I see what's hidden. Now, when I say what's hidden, it took me a long time to realize on my journey that even as difficult as my childhood was, and it was a difficult childhood. And I mean, I left home when I was 16 years old and never went back. Okay. And if a young lady can leave her home at 16 and go, you know what, anything out in the world's better than what I've been dealing with. This is where I'm at. Okay. You can overcome any of this, but everything that's hidden has brought you to a place to overcome whatever adversity that you've been through, right? So even though I went through tough things in my childhood, it has brought me to where I literally can help other people because I've experienced it. You've got to find the light in this, right? There is always light at the end of the tunnel, right? So when you stay in your mind in a dark, depressed place, or you have a fear of something, fear is the devil's workshop, man. If you can be in that mindset of fear, he's going to be all over your ass. He will be. But if you don't fear anything, what's he got to hold on to? He's got nothing to hold on to. When you trust and believe that there's a higher power here in control, and all you have to do is be, then you're fine, right? See, because you're going to leave things out in the cold, and it's going to be a long time coming. It's been a long time coming. You've held on to some pain or adversity, and what's hidden, meaning you having this awakening, that's all going to dissipate because you're going to start to understand exactly what your purpose is and why you're here. So understand that if you've gone through some shit, well, that shit's going to be left behind because you're going to leave it out in the cold like you're meant to, right? This is, when this night shows up, every I is dotted, every T is crossed. This has been going on for a long time. And when it finally arrives, you're going to be going like, I'm good. I'm good. You're not having any negative thoughts. You don't wish ill will on other people. You just don't. You just don't care to do any of that nonsense. You just care to be where you're at, right? Even overcoming heartbreaks. And it's almost like, I feel like the person I'm talking to has been through some hell. Okay, they're a little fragile. To where they may be acting out in a way where they, have one night stands, or they don't know their worth and value. And I feel like when I'm looking at this in context to this reading, the hookup is basically, somebody not knowing their worth and value. Someone not knowing, they've let that pain lead them in the wrong direction, right? And they're a little fragile, they're a little afraid, but they have help here. You have help coming in towards you with the dog, which is, the friend card, but it's also trust, companions, dependable, support, protection. So this also could be your guides and guardians. This could be your loved ones are here. So they may be saying, you've gone through some dark times here and you've been heartbroken. We know you're a little fragile, but we're here. We're here to support you. So, this is a deep going down the rabbit hole reading. Boy, somebody needed to hear this today for this to come up like this. This is definitely like one of those deep readings where you're just like on a whole nother level today. See, I find you're finding your way here. You're finding your way. I felt like you had some fear. You might have been obsessed with waiting, but you're rebuilding. You're rebuilding the foundation and you're celebrating a new beginning of love. So I feel like for you, whether this is self love, self care, this could be with a partner, this could be just you loving yourself first, putting yourself first. You're going through an awakening. And this is a big change for you where you have gone through, you were obsessed with waiting. It's almost like you wanted to walk away. Tell me about this. And resist. Yeah. It's almost like procrastination. You may procrastinated what you knew you needed to do. Now, this is opening yourself up to receiving downloads to understand what's happening or what your purpose is here, right? And you may have wanted to resist this and walk away, but now you're going to rebuild the foundation. So rebuilding the foundation here is that, okay, it's like putting the puzzle pieces back together. Whatever was broken here, you're going to rebuild and you're going to be celebrating because of it. This has brought you full circle here. See, and with the Prince of Swords, the harsh truth about the tower, it's almost like you slayed the dragon. You've slayed the dragon here in divine timing. See, you're going to understand. You're going to understand everything when you're meant to understand it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So the harsh truth about the tower, you're going to know the good, bad, and the indifferent. Okay. You're going to understand it in divine timing. But trust me when I say you've got guides and guardians around you, right? Working with you. You're Queen of Swords here. They're working with you. They're helping you to understand what direction to go in. Again, you have a King of Swords here, somebody who is a loved one. They're like it's almost like whoever this person is to you could be a father, a grandfather, could be a twin, could be, a partner. It could be a brother. It could be anybody that was very close to you. But this was your wish. I almost feel like they're granting you a wish. They're granting you a wish. So I feel like you're not alone in this. I like, it's like they rush in. They're your other half. I want to say this could be somebody's other half. That whatever you need, this person rushes towards you with this. Now I'm talking spiritually, okay? So whenever you're in need, they're there to help you through whatever you need as a partner. So like me, my twins on the other side, we're still connected. Do you understand? We're still connected. Even though he's here and he's there and I'm here, he's still connected to me. And he will rush towards me whenever I'm in need because that's what he knows to do because he's meant to protect me. Right? So I feel like you have people around you that are here for support. They're here for support. No matter how much you're broken and they know you're fragile, they're there to support you through whatever you're going through. So, boy, this was a deep one, guys. So it's a deep one today. I do have a story I want to tell you. This is relating to the one that Lorna said. Okay, so I went to my eye doctor yesterday. And my eye doctor, a couple years ago, I want to say it was 2 years ago, he was telling me, because he knows what I do, and he was telling me that there were two little girl spirits in their office, and they were from 100+ years ago. Okay. Apparently, they were murdered by their father. Okay. Back in the 1800s. And their spirit was still in that, it was around their stock room. And so my ophthalmologist took me into his stock room to show me, to see if I could pick up on any of the energy. And I literally could feel them when I was there, and I knew right where they were. And I told them, I said to those two little spirits that I'm here if you want me to help you to the light. And I didn't want to, I didn't want to scare them or anything, but they were being held against their will, basically. The negative energy was the father that was keeping them trapped earthbound. And so while I was sitting there waiting to pay for my glasses and my contacts, that kind of thing, the little girl came to me and said, "Can you help me?" And I said, "Yeah." And her name was, I want to say it was Annabelle or Abigail. Um, and so I sent her and her sister to the light. I helped cross them over. And so when I go yesterday, he tells me, he says, ever since you did that, we've had absolutely no energy here. It's been completely clear. So, the one thing I did feel like when I was there yesterday was the negative energy that was trapping them there was no longer there as well, because when he realized they were no longer there, he had nothing to control. So he either moved on or moved to somebody else to bother, basically. But those two little girls went to the light. And so he confirmed it. He goes, and he goes, and I couldn't tell you, he said, there are so many people in this office that can validate their experience with those little girls. And ever since I crossed them over, they have not had any kind of energy whatsoever in the building now. So I cleared their energy, which is kind of cool. It's kind of I should have him put a testimony on my website. But anyway, it was just kind of interesting that he told me that yesterday. It was kind of cool. Okay. PK, do you have a question for me, dear? Capricorn hiding something from me. Okay, is Capricorn hiding something from PK? Is Capricorn hiding something from PK? I don't feel like it. There's a burden where love is concerned, and he's waiting to heal, to have a new beginning. He's trying to move forward and close a karmic cycle out. He wants something to end. He wants something to end. I do feel like there is somebody who is attacking. There's a high priestess that wants to win at all cost here against you, Empress energy. I feel like he's trying to close out a cycle with a psycho. Let me just put it that way. I feel like he wants to got to look at things from a different perspective. He's got to master his emotions about his 10 of Cups. It's like he knows the truth. He knows the truth here. I don't see him hiding anything from you. They're just saying to be patient. Be patient, right? I feel like he misses you with that 5 of Cups. That could be missing somebody, and he's missing the 9 of Pentacles, the pre-Empress. But he feels like it's like there's an opportunity for him to walk away. What's the opportunity to walk away? From a third party offer. Somebody's trying to tempt him. Somebody's trying to tempt him. He has an opportunity to walk away from a third party offer. He might tell you this. There may be some communication here. Oh no, this communication is with this third party. Somebody's wishing somebody would rush towards them, but they're holding back. He's holding back. He's holding back. He knows that he's not going to work on this situation because there's no equal give and take, so he's resisting it. He knows what she's up to. He knows what she's up to. Happy 4th to everybody. Yeah. So I don't see that he's holding anything back. I feel like he's trying to just heal or break free from the nonsense is what I feel like. Ayasha, take everything with a grain of salt. Everything's going to be fine. You'll have a nice birthday. Don't get caught up in other people's bullshit. I did see something. I think it was on Facebook. It was like, let me see if I can find it again. Oh my gosh. It was a very good one. It was like the less company you keep, the less bullshit you deal with or something, but it was a good one. I have to find it. I almost shared it on my wall or on the community page, but then I thought, no, it's somebody flipping somebody off too. Oh well. Okay, I guess not. So anyway, okay, guys, I hope everybody has a wonderful 4th of July. Stay safe. Don't burn down any houses, that kind of thing, steer clear of all the fireworks, especially if you're in California where you got all of this nonsense, the dry heat. And I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of their week. Stay blessed, guys. Talk to you soon.